K. Serrato, star player, has been impressive, excellent here at IEM Rio. 1.56 rating coming into this semifinal. They're going to need each and every ounce of him today if they want to overcome MOUZ.
First round of play begins. Torzi about to make contact. The first contact of the semifinal. He's not alone. He's got Exertion coming through the hut, who takes the initial dink, and the first 2 kills go the way of FURIA. Yuri follows up, and it's down to just 2 for MOUZ.
If you're MOUZ, you got to have the conversation. Don't worry about a slow start, because the jitters in an environment like this in the pistol round have got to be wild. They've got to be crazy. And FURIA's got this 3-on-1 bomb being planted now. Brolin's coming in hot, and he's got the first. He can't stop the plant, and he's going to swing on Fallen. There's one over in Decon, but it's Fallen to close it out. And a pistol for FURIA.
Brolin nearly spoiling the party. Really spoiling the beginning of the game for FURIA, but they've got the pistol round under their belt. MOUZ yesterday in their playoff game, Jason, they had an incredibly quiet first map. They didn't turn up to the game with the attitude required on map 1. They were able to stay deep into the series, though, and recover it, which is something we haven't seen from this new MOUZ squad yet.
Well, they've got that learning experience now of what it feels like to show up into this series in a slow start. Well, they might have another slow start here for a completely different reason, in that it's just got to be a crazy thing to acclimate yourself to the stage in the arena and the fans as you try and settle down and make smart decisions. They've got to be very cautious about how much they give FURIA in the early going.
Good start from Torzi. A pivotal player throughout the group stages for MOUZ. Heard Yanko touching on expecting Torzi to become a big problem here, and certainly a problem in this round is Brolin as K. Serrato goes down, and this force buy right now is working out for MOUZ. FURIA are down to just 2 players, and Cello's left on 1 HP. Fallen whiffs his chance, and it looks like MOUZ have confirmed themselves this second round of the game, 1-1, tying things up with a force buy victory. That is a huge step in the right direction for MOUZ early.
It really is. That's exactly what you have to do. You turn it around in the second round for MOUZ, and you quiet down this stadium. You get yourself a little bit relaxed, and then you can start to play comfortably.
That's one way to deal with the crowd, is if you silence them, Jason. We've seen Heroic did that last year in 2023.
Well, this round's a little bit of a mess from FURIA. Look how disconnected it is. The fact that Brolin with an MP9 is able to find 3 different isolated 1v1s, one after another. FURIA not trading. They've been such a good team. They're actually the #1 team coming into this match in trading of all of IEM Rio, and that's a bad example of what they're capable of in that round.
Cello crosses, Exertion confident to play it red. It's 1 kill for Yuri, and a nice shot back from Skulls. Important that he find that with the P250.
2 players have dropped down for MOUZ, so the defense a little bit out of position. They're going to choose to get aggressive instead of fall back. FURIA at the moment hits the pause button and just waits.
Yuri waiting, 2 players coming towards him. If this Tech-9 has a little bit of magic, now would be the time, but certainly not, as Brolin casts him aside. Second opportunity for Brolin in this round. Shuey will take that away from him, and it's just K. Serrato left with a Steagle. He'll not be able to do much with it. 2-1 start here for MOUZ.
2-1 start in a very light round coming up against the unarmored Glocks of FURIA. So MOUZ is going to love that. We touched upon, I mean, we all know the stage issues that MOUZ have this year on the big stage. 2-4 in terms of matches that they've played on the biggest stages.
Sure.
They beat G2 on the stage twice. That's it. They don't have a whole lot of success. Their losses are all 0-2s. This year, same with last year, and yet to get over the hump in terms of performances in these environments.
I mean, if you get over this is where you turn him from a young boy squad into a squad of seasoned veteran players. I mean, if you get through FURIA inside of the Rio de Janeiro, now surely you'll get rid of those stage jitters for games to come.
Yeah, you'd hope if you're on MOUZ, if you do end up going on to win the series, as you said, get over this with FURIA in this environment. Yeah, that should be the catapulting moment where no stage in the world ever holds any more fear for you or the team. Be interesting to see if MOUZ is going to be able to continue challenging. Brolin 7-1 to start this map, sees them drop down blinded.
Oh, the ball made it, did it?
Yeah, it did. So it's down there, maybe a plant. There is one player, Yimpat, watching for this. Yuri tries to slow it down just a bit, and now he's wrapped upon. Now there's no chance of that bomb plant, so 3-1 for MOUZ.
Yimpat, you mentioned his name. He was the bane of Vitality's existence yesterday. MOUZ had a bit of a collapse on that final map. It looked like from a 10-2 scoreline, they were maybe going to throw it all the way. But there was one player that showed his class And that was Yimpat. He got all 3 remaining rounds needed for MOUZ yesterday in such an important game. We're going to keep eyes on him today because it doesn't really seem like he gets phased all that often.
He's going to be an important player for MOUZ for sure. I think the really fun matchup between these two teams that we'll be able to watch throughout this entire series, Exertion and K-Serrato. K-Serrato's had that blistering group stage to get here, but both of those guys very active on the opening kill attempts for both teams. Both of them are up at one of their top attempts at opening kills. They love taking space. They love getting stuck into the fight.
Oh, and speaking of fight straight away, Cello getting involved. It's Shui that's gone down. K-Serrato out in this top site. Good damage. And the second kill from Cello in this round is FURIA diving down, using all of the noise to their favor. They can just move swiftly and drop onto the head of Exertion. And FURIA will burst through this A-bomb site for their second round win.
Yeah, you have to know FURIA is going to love hitting this upper bomb site. They've shown it throughout all this lineup's time together on Nuke. From loving the map, from watching the amount of times they hit it, MOUZ is going to have to be prepared. This time they get beat. Torji's going to try and save the AWP, but Cello wants to have something to say about it. Smoke is still up, and Torji watching for this exact peek. He's got an easy one. Good heads-up play, and the AWP does last through the round.
Yeah, it's going to be a really important piece for MOUZ, but got to sort of chat with FURIA on the days off leading up into the playoffs, and obviously on a human level, it's very exciting to sort of empathize with what they're going to be going through. I mean, if you look at Fallen's career in particular, it's the most famous, the most storied. It's great that he's found himself at this late stage of his career back into a position where he's on the top Brazilian side playing in the playoffs in 2024 in Rio de Janeiro. But you look at some of the other players, you look at Cello, who's played through so many Brazilian teams, but hasn't necessarily ever found himself consistently at the top of his own nation. And now he finds himself in FURIA walking out into a Brazilian crowd.
It's been a long time coming for Cello. I mean, he played all the way back at the ISO1 Belo Horizonte tournament as well, with guys like FNX, with guys like Phelps and KNG, 7 to 8 at that tournament. But you're exactly right. He's been able to work his way up through the ranks of Brazilian Counter-Strike to have a really critical role within this FURIA team as they've gotten better and better over the last few months.
Utility ready to go in towards this top side. Smoke out to main. Skulls throws the follow-up flashes. And they're ready to go. Cello again at the front. Gets caught by Torji this time. That same AWP working out for MOUZ already. But Skulls and Fallen, they have something to say about it. And K-Serrato is right beside them. FURIA tie this game up unless Torji can make the difference. Nice shot on Yuri.
Yeah, how much do they want to hunt? How much do they want to see if FURIA is going to give him one more kill? The bomb is actually, it's delayed as well because K-Serrato didn't want to plant front silos as the smoke was fading. So he takes the risk behind silos. There is one up in heaven. And Torji's going to hunt for an extra kill.
Looking to rip this round out of the hands of FURIA. Solid openers. Great take of that upper bomb site. When do MOUZ decide to go? And it's now. With that shot from Yimpat, the round is certainly back on. He's paranoid about a flank down lower, but K-Serrato now detected. Yimpat with another one. This is what we call Yimpact. It's K-Serrato left to the clutch, and the king of Rio de Janeiro is brought down by Torji. That is one hell of a retake and recovery to the round from MOUZ.
Yeah, the key is Yimpat, as we mentioned, as the desk mentioned as well. Yanko said they're going to need this guy, and once again, he steps up in the clutch. That's massive. They weren't even really sure they wanted to go for it. They were hoping for a mistake the whole time, and Jimmy just gets that one peek out, takes that kill at Squeak Door Vent, and then it's on.
I mean, the start of that round felt so good for FURIA. They found themselves in almost perfect positioning.
Yeah, back-to-back rounds, you've abused the upper bomb site. I know it'd be great for FURIA. They would love to be able to establish that as a point of weakness on the map. Not this time.
I'm happy to see MOUZ not have that same quiet start that we've seen yesterday, but it's another quick play from FURIA into a day. Nice opening shot from K-Serrato. Torji coming in to plug the gap. He's got Bolin alongside of him, even trading as Torji dives down into the site. Exertion from main, straight through that smoke. Skulls no longer on the server. It's Fallen and Yuri, 2v3, and that AK goes down, leaving Fallen mortally wounded and taken down. 5 rounds to start this game for MOUZ.
Yeah, beautiful recovery after losing the pistol. And you can really tell FURIA wants to emphasize that upper bomb site and make it something that MOUZ has to worry worry about, but it's actually swapped now. That clutch, they were back-to-back rounds that FURIA blew up into that bomb site, but that clutch from Jimmy and Torji was absolutely perfect to kind of stall this idea out, because now if you're FURIA, you say, we've gone there 3 times, we've lost 2 of them. It's not going to be as easy. This chaos that the crowd is providing, it's not going to be as easy to hold on to this bomb site as we might hope and we might expect. Now they've got to go into plan B. Now they've got to start working outside. They've got to start working ramp room a little bit. If they continue trying to break the wall of the upper bomb site, it can be an issue. MOUZ has outlasted the first test.
Yeah, first time out for Coach Sida. Was the assistant coach for FURIA for so long. Starting this season, got the jump up to the head coach position. Has talked about how that can be quite tough. But he's got one of the most experienced in-game leaders alongside of him. We'll see if his timeout makes a difference, because the initial game plan for FURIA has run dry. We've got to see those adaptations you were talking about, Jason. We'll see if they come in now. But Tech9's out. They're leaving a little bit of extra cash left over here for FURIA.
And actually, oddly enough, I think they will switch things up in the gun round. And a round like this, you can always envision some kind of an upper bust or an upper rush. FURIA's going away from it even now. Back towards outside. K-Serrano to hold on to lobby. 4 players of FURIA streaming around the red box at the moment. Tech9's in hand.
Smoke blasted open. Torji not spotting much, but wow. Okay. Close towards that shot. Nearly taking Skulls out of the server, who unleashes himself through the smoke in towards Exertion. That AK able to stand strong. So FURIA down to 4 players and Yimpat down to the B-bomb site.
There's a lot of players around him, though, and he can hear these footsteps. Torji's over in ramp room. He's going to come start taking a peek to support towards control side to give Jimmy a little bit of a break on this defense. But FURIA, after making all the noise there, they want to set up Fallen for this flank, and they've got a good timing on the wrap. Unfortunately, MOUZ 2 has cleared out lobby. They're going to come back around in through ramp room. Fallen out in the open. Now he's got to be the aggressor, forced his hand. And MOUZ dictating the way this round is playing from the CT side.
Well, we bring it back to what Yanko was saying before this game started. I mean, if you're going to see MOUZ take the win today, Torji's got to be a big part of that. He has been consistently an integral piece to the squad, and he's had a hot start. 9-2 in this AWP. It's been active. It's all over the show. Especially
on the CT side, Torji's off does some of its best work. And a huge efficiency in terms of opening kills. I think he's up at 70%, something crazy like that. But obviously just very mobile. He's one of those offers that makes sure that you can feel his presence at different points on the map, so it's always a question of where he's going to be. Let's help get them a 4-round lead, MOUZ. And FURIA's next gun round coming in.
You say gun round, it's not going to be pretty. You've got a Galil and K-Serrano, 3 AK-47s, and Fallen still only on a Tech-9.
Man, you gave the guy with the 1.56 rating a Galil. What's the guy have to do to get an AK-47 around here?
Exactly. Well, let's see what he can do with that Galil instead. Exertion has been disruptive. I think that's the key word to describe his playstyle. He's outside, pushed up at red. Torji spots a glimpse. And that information is going to result in a kill on Cello, and also frees up Exertion to get around the back of the smoke. Nips in, gets eradicated by Skulls in response, but a 3v4, tough to recover this for FURIA.
And there's not really a whole lot aggressive that Skulls can do. I mean, Fallen just joined up with him, but he had the bomb, so there's nothing he can do to react once he gets that kill, because he doesn't want to lose the bomb out in the open. FURIA's given up complete lobby control. So Fallen, Skulls, and K-Serrano hug the smoke wall close. There's a gap at the... Oh, this is the worst timing. Broken open, but not enough.
Yeah, not enough. That smoke stays intact just enough. Shot connects onto Fallen, but not enough damage to bring him down. But Torji goes back out. And on the second time of asking, Fallen is toppled.
Yeah, but look at the way they're just getting whittled down as they progress across this map. They're nowhere close to challenging for a bomb site. They've already lost 3 players and still in danger of losing these 2. No smokes for them to do anything. Torji's got free reign of this outer yard. Peeks a little too wide.
So be careful there, Torji. But there's so many targets for Skulls to try and fight. Nice shot from K-Serrano. That's why you get him on an AK. A lot more needed, just impossible. They double peek him from 2 different elevations. Impossible for K-Serrano to make something out of that. Another round gone to the wind here for FURIA.
And this is now the issue for FURIA, is these outside plays that they've ran haven't netted them anything at all. There's no success in that round to be happy about. The upper hits that you've been executing, MOUZ has shown that they can handle and they can take them. So FURIA needs to find an answer, because Torji's picking them apart outside, stalling them out. Brolin's doing the same job at the upper bomb site. And Yimpat's always there to close the rounds out. 7-2. Once
again, FURIA forced into pistols. They've lost K-Serrano, at least from the dead. He's still impactful with a kill. But Shuey off the top of the HUD. That's what we're talking about from Shuey. A double kill stopping any sort of chance that FURIA might have been able to develop into. And it's shut down. This wall, this sea of blue, as MOUZ continue to rack up rounds in this defense.
And I'll tell you, for as loud as that crowd was to start the game, it's awfully quiet right now. MOUZ has shut them up. A second timeout used by FURIA, down by 6 to talk things over.
And this is where we maybe start talking about the pressure that FURIA feel when you come out and you see all those people in front of you. And you know you're here to perform for them and you just can't get something going. That's going to start coming into your mind. Gotta turn this half around.
It's a half in which they won the pistol round.
Yeah, only 2 rounds collected on this T side.
You can give yourself 1 or 2 more to close this half. It's all that's remaining. If you get up to 3, you got a little bit of room to work with. 4, you'll start feeling a bit more comfortable as you switch over to the CT side. It's one of the last chances FURIA have left in this first half. AK-47s across the board for round 11. Torji going to be outside again because why the hell not? He's been an absolute nightmare for FURIA to deal with.
It's just been a beast. FURIA showing more outside presence. Now that they've returned to a buy round, their upper busts have run dry. FURIA get a couple players out towards red behind those smokes. And Torji, he's looking for someone that might push through them. He's got eyes on this possibility. Ball makes it to secret.
There's no smokes left for FURIA, so this bomb coming back to Mini would be very difficult. The last 2 players outside, Skulls and Yuri, connecting with them in secret would be very difficult. I don't really know what the end finish is. Maybe they try and get down, force Yimpad away, and go up the vents to split the upper bomb site, but that's a huge ask.
Torji's got yet another kill, another opener for MOUZ, followed up by Brolin, who just takes Kesserado down in the lobby. And if you're FURIA, you've got to feel like you haven't really done anything in this round. There's been no opportunity. It's just 1-for-1 fights all across the map. Finally, Cello stepping in for a kill. But Yuri ripped off the top of main. Torji once again ringing out in that kill feed. It's just Fallen and Cello left. Bomb at least planted. Cello's got to go massive. He goes aggressive and he catches Shuey rotating down. But this flight from Brolin, they just weren't ready for it. And with exertion beside him, MOUZ continue to roll forward.
No problems at all for MOUZ. Showing no issues on this stage in front of this crowd. There really haven't even been a whole lot of close affairs in this map. It's been just utterly all towards MOUZ.
It felt like that clutch broke them, with Torji and Yimpact coming back in to retake that A site.
Yeah, that's the closest round. Everything else since then has been 3+ players surviving for MOUZ. They've had no issues. Torji's 17-2.
FURIA searching for 1 extra round to close out this first half. It's been a disappointing show, whatever way you sort of chalk it up, but 1 extra round can make the difference. Got to maximize this halftime break. Only 3 minutes to work with, but they need a pause.
As I mentioned when we started this series, like, it's unfathomable before this event began to think that FURIA would be in the semifinals. When you look at the run that they had in the group stage as well, 2-0 over Na'Vi, 2-1 over MOUZ, 8-13-7 over FaZe. Like, you can't mess with that run. They beat some incredible teams back to back to back to get to this position. And that's when you're just like, yeah, they can replicate this.
Going, Torji, though, he's waiting for the ramp. Oh, missed shot from Torji.
Haven't been many of those today.
Yeah, no, there has not. But Cello got himself into secret exertion, just walked in blindly, loses his life, and finally, FURIA have got an opening kill to play with that goes untraded.
Yeah, and it's finally because they've been able to take map control and forcing people to move.
Again. He's just always behind them, Jason, in this game so far.
Yeah, he's been super proactive, but also FURIA's taken their sweet time with this 4-man pack unit that's gone towards ramp room. So it's giving time for MOUZ to react and search the map.
There's nowhere to back off to here for Torji. He's just got to be perfect in his angle selection.
4 kills, 1 for everyone, or 4 bullets, excuse me, 1 for everyone.
Oh, and gets 1. He was very quick on the trigger to get that 1 kill, but Fallen making sure that he trades. But look who it is again. The reckoning. Yimpad, double door swing wide open, bomb plant denied, And FURIA with 15 seconds left, they've only got 2 up. It's the fangs of FURIA, Kesarado and Yuri. In this first half, they have been blunt. And with 9 seconds, Kesarado needs to sharpen himself. But as soon as that bomb plant attempt comes in, MOUZ deny it. And it has been a silent first half from FURIA. MOUZ in full control.
FURIA spent the last few days dreaming of this moment that they'd walk out onto this stage, the plays they'd make that would get their countrymen up on their feet, but that dream has turned to a nightmare. That fire turned to ash as MOUZ come out hot, 10-2 lead, burying FURIA, but beneath their own hopes. And now they've got to dig themselves out, but is it even possible?
It's got to start with a pistol. It's got to start with some life in this FURIA squad. They won the pistol in the first half and just a sporadic round in the middle of that, but only 2 mustered on the T side. It's got to be one hell of a defensive half here from FURIA. And MOUZ came into this event talking about how they changed their strat book, they changed so much about their team. So far, it is working well.
It's been working great today. A few more struggles yesterday that they managed to overcome. They haven't had any of that difficulty this afternoon. Exertion's going to lead the way in towards ramp room. Fallen doesn't want the fight. There's already a player downstairs, the lower site. That's Cello, but he is on his own.
Fallen Drop it all the way back, but Cello has to be the player to step up, and oh my god, not really too much you can do about that.
And nobody's close by. Nobody's close by to try and recover this, to have helped out Cello, even if they were there. It's Torji up in the air, going to be able to get down safety. There's more fights as MOUZ take over control side.
Under 1 minute left in this round. MOUZ now putting that bomb down. FURIA have got to play retake. How is Brolin always behind him? Once again, he had a chance, but Skull's able to turn back in time before Brolin senses the execution, and it's going to work out for Skulls in the end. Runs out of ammo, though. Kesserado has to come in and back him up. 2v2, remember, bomb still planted.
No kit.
And no kit on either of the two remaining players' backs. Yuri needed that. He needed it quick, and he hasn't got it. Even on the second time of asking, not chiming in. Kesserado has to go up next. Has to clear our tours. He certainly will. And now Yimpad again.
You have to stick it.
The Finn lines them up. Kesserado on that defuse, and Yuri will stop it. FURIA win the pistol, but the time, it's close. Actually, it's real close, just about. In the final seconds, that defuse is collected. That was close, Jason.
Yeah, that's going to have to get that to bring some energy to FURIA. A close win. Nice cover from Yuri after the struggled shots from ramp room. Him and Kesserado work it out. The body blocking and the headshot. So the second pistol for FURIA, it's 3-10.
Wow. They couldn't have gone on at a more perfect time.
But hold the phone. Remember, they lost the second round in the first half. With that bomb plant, as we all know, MOUZ is going to have a solid buy. Galils are out in the field. Mac 10, Tech 9, and utility. And if FURIA want to make this crowd starting to believe they can have a comeback, they have to capitalize here. They've got to give themselves a hot start on this CT side.
Little gap. Fallen. Lands the shot. Exertion, half of his health gone in an instant. Cello tested at ramp, does well to peel away with Brolin. He'll drop down and not fully into the bomb site. He's going to stay around ramp for the time being. Yuri defending Exertions, push forward into garage. MOUZ not making the most of it just yet. Good start from FURIA.
Cello's in the same spot as he was in on the pistol round when Yimpad gave him the jumping shot. I don't know if Yuri has that piece of information, though, because he's about to get sidelined.
Okay, this is a little rough. Now, Yimpad's going to clear Yuri. We know how solid this can be when Yimpad gets going, and another kill, drawing it closer and closer to MOUZ, pulling this one back, and they've got it into a 2v2.
It's a miscommunication somehow. Yuri had no idea that Cello didn't have him covered from ramp room. That's a free kill, and it's all come crumbling down. Kesserado,
oh god!
Oh, he falls as well.
Oh, it was such a good start for FURIA. Fallen has to recover it, and he's only got a scout. They can't afford to let this one go, and it's about to fall through their fingers.
I think he has to. Oh, he's got no kit, he's got no utility, and now Torji's gotten away as well. You might as well save the M4 for the next round, because you aren't winning this. That has got to be one of the most frustrating rounds for FURIA. You mentioned how important it was to start building on that pistol when you can't afford to drop it. They got the 2 opening kills. That was, I was going to say, that was either a 5-on-3 or a 4-on-3, but that level of miscommunication,
They're going to want that one back, but they just can't have it back. It's now 11 rounds for MOUZ. They are getting closer and closer to taking this first map away. This is FURIA's map pick. They decided to go to Nuke in the group stages to open up this tournament just 5 days ago. FURIA defeated MOUZ 13-8 on this map. Well, that's why we always say it's so hard to beat the same team twice in an event, because you know MOUZ went back last night, this morning, when they realized they were playing FURIA in this. They likely knew, we have to figure out this Nuke. They trounced us on it. Let's look through it with this new lens of the new playbook that we're using and see what we can adapt and change to overcome them. And they're proving that they found the answers. Fallen said that as well before this game started, saying how when you're playing that same team again, it's a different beast. It's very difficult. Well, hey, I got bad news for FURIA, because it's going to be the same thing on the second map of Mirage. They played that as well in the other series. Now they've got it one more time. Well, they were crushed 13-5 on that. Great start here from Exertion. Yuri goes down, and not the start FURIA desire or require. Might as well take that 5v4. They'll settle into the round. There's lots of time to play with. Skulls and Hut on his own. Trying to hit a timing on the jiggle for someone to start swinging into his position. Doubled up over in ramp room, 1 boosted. Cello going to try and lure them into the trap. He's got a good dink on Brolin, but he wants them committed. Kesserado. Can this 5-7 really come together? It's 1 and not a second. Effective trading from MOUZ again, and they stop falling from finding impact. Skulls into the lobby and destroy. It is map point for MOUZ on Nuke.
And there's a little bit of a stage factor in that round. You could see K-Serrano boosted up, missing the first player coming beneath him who was able to take out Cello for free. Cello's expecting him to be able to stop that play.
I mean, I know you're really good, Jimmy, but calma. A little bit slow down, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
But there is no slowing down this situation.
Nice, Jimmy, fucking see, bro.
I just gotta keep going, and I work it.
Yeah.
But that stage environment with the crowd going crazy will mask those footsteps, and K-Serrano never heard it. 9-round lead now, and nothing to fight with for FURIA. This is a last gasp that really has no strength behind it.
One of those familiar conversational comms from MOUZ even working up there on the stage. And why wouldn't they be? 12-3 up. The main competition in their communication right now is a battle between Torji and Yimpat for who is going to top the charts of their own squad. Cello to defend ramp with a P250. He's got Fallen to come and help. That'll soften up the first player, but Cello unable to connect his shot to bring him down. And FURIA fall to just 4. Another 5 versus 4 round for MOUZ, and one that they feel comfortable to close on.
No one on FURIA is even in double digits. Just the sheer fragging output for the Brazilian side is nothing. Fury gets baited into an early shot. He finds one. That's his 7th.
Down to the door. It's just bad to worse for FURIA at the moment. Won 2 pistol rounds. 2 out of their 3 rounds on Nuke are pistol round victories.
Had no conversion in either of them. This has been a dismantling of FURIA. This is the Fury that we had in the events leading up to IEM Rio, not the FURIA that we got in the group stage. And they're getting exposed.
Well, just skulls. And they would have dreamed of this moment days off, building into the playoffs, but it is MOUZ, the only squad that has turned up here in Rio de Janeiro. The semi-final is comfortably in control of the MOUZ squad. To get answers as we get into this pistol round. FURIA have won every pistol so far. Let's see if they can continue that trend.
It's not really that cool of a stat when you only get 3 rounds on the first map.
I'm clutching the straws here, Jason.
It doesn't quite have the impact it usually does. All right, well, Brolin spotted one jumping, and he's going to lead the way forward. There's 3 players essentially here for FURIA, so defense couldn't be better. Good start from Yuri, traded back, and Fallen can't get the job done.
Well, Cello, good work. He's still alive. He's still a problem. And let's see, well, Yells can muster out of this USP. Inside of the site, multiple targets, none being taken until that headshot is chimed in. 2v2, bomb not planted. And K-Serrano left on 1 HP. That's all that's left in this pistol round as Yimpat peeked and took skulls out of the question. Bomb plant now going down as well for MOUZ, and K-Serrano is locked out of this.
Is he going to save for the armor? I guess that's the only play that truly makes sense. You aren't winning this with 1 HP. Might be trying to reposition and relocate to get a different angle.
Oh, Impact's close. There's nowhere to go for this one.
It's not going to do enough. Someone would have to literally walk into him not looking.
Okay, so that's one. Will he check the right corner? No, he won't. Surely not. Oh no, Exertion's just letting him run by. He's just buying the time. He's playing with K-Serrano, but he's missed his shots, but it's time. And that is the problem. And Exertion gets that kill in the end. K-Serrano made it close. He made it close.
Credit to him. I didn't think it was even going to be close. Did Exertion let him go by to go for the knife? Or
no, there can't be a knife. Surely he wouldn't do that.
He had it felt like he had like 10 different clean shots. Like a good 5 seconds in which you could have taken any shot that would have shut down the round.
Do you want to try and be #1 public enemy or public enemy #1? Maybe.
Yeah, why not?
I guess. Well, I like the attempt. Execute ready to go for MOUZ in towards this A-bomb site. You've got K-Serrano, the only player here for FURIA. So they don't even have the pistol rounds anymore. And this is unlikely to be able to hold off and fend off this MOUZ attack into A. FURIA pushed through B. K-Serrano getting aggressive at Palace, and that was the only way. That was the only way.
That was his only option, being alone here as the defender. obviously doesn't pan out. Fallen's going to back away. It looks like Yuri and Cello are coming in through T-spawn to maybe have an opportunity for a fast flank. They might feel like they have a really nice timing on this, and the bomb now is just going down, so they're going to give it an attempt.
Brolin is leapt over the top of the stairway. Now the flank comes in, so it's one headshot already. FURIA desperately need this round. They're coming back in, but they need a little bit more than what they've got already, and there's still a player down. They're pinned. Both remaining players stuck at ramp, and the dink onto Yuri. Can't win this round anymore. They do damage, but that is it. A single kill and a bit of damage sprinkled across MOUZ, but FURIA unable to win their force buy. They're sent down to another eco scenario.
Yeah, just by virtue of MOUZ's post-plant positioning, a lot of them sticking in the bomb site, a lot of them pushing forward toward the CT spawn stairs. That flank really didn't have a whole lot of targets to go to when it came to fruition.
Rapaziada, querendo ou não, nós só vamos ganhar esse jogo se nós comunicar muito. Mas muito.
Comunicar muito, é.
Not too much for us to take from that one, but
Not a lot, no.
no, nothing back. But if you understand Portuguese, let us know. Full eco though for FURIA. P250s and a deagle. Gotta hope for something magic in moments like this. The bomb site's been taken by MOUZ. They've selected the empty target. Shui fumbles in middle, so at least something for FURIA. But given the fact that they have lost B, I'll just take that AK. Torzi looks to try and remove it from their hands.
Yeah, but equally, he's alone too, so he doesn't really want to risk it whatsoever to go for that. It's a low percentage one. Nice shot from Exertion. Good job from Torji as Fallen pushes in. And yeah, the only saving grace FURIA have in this round is that AK-47 brought forward. So a little economic help, providing some assistance going into the gun rounds.
Well, the gun rounds are coming up next. FURIA have enough money to get a really solid purchase going into the next round, and they've got to start winning gun rounds. They haven't done it yet. There was a moment on Nuke where their initial game plan was clearly try and abuse that A bomb site, try and bring a fast style of play to the game, and they were getting into the site, then lost a clutch, or lost a retake, and that broke them for the rest of the game.
Yeah, no fleshed out plan B that could have an impact on Nuke. Don't really have to worry about that on the T side until the second half for FURIA. For now, it's to see if this defense can withstand the pressure that MOUZ is going to bring.
Fallen's got his off out. Signs in the crowd of his legacy.
And upside down, right side up, right at the end.
There you go.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
It happens.
Nailed it. Torsi's got his sniper. He was a problem, a real problem in the first map. Let's see if he can continue that on Mirage. Skulls, good movement, gets himself up short. Solo position to take early.
FURIA looking motivated to fight mid. Break open the smoke so K Serato can peek it. That's a nice spam. Shuei's lining up the utility. And K Serato catches a freebie. Torji slides in behind the boxes with the AWP, but with that weapon, you're not going to be aggressive in the middle of the map. You're going to be there to punish any kind of a peek, any kind of a move, any kind of a rotation if it comes into your vision. But MOUZ have to cause that rotation by pressuring this A bomb site. Yimpat, Exertion, and Brolin gonna look to get some work done here at A.
Fallen waits. Oh God, what a shot from Exertion. Fallen could not stop that. Lead fills his head. Flash being set up for Serato to get blinded. He's spotted. Ooh, Exertion not comfortable in that scenario, but Yimpat certainly is. Off the top of Tetris, it's Serato down. He was a player to start this round well for FURIA, but it collapses in a blink of an eye. Cello and Yuri doing what they can. They've drawn this back to a 2v2, and Yuri is a long way off, but the bomb has only just gone down.
And Torji is now finally saying, okay, it's my time to get involved in the round. He's shifted up towards Chair.
Yeah, but he's not his teammate in the site.
He doesn't have to peek anything. He stays safe, and Yimpat's essentially going to be his eyes and ears. He's going to be telling him when they're moving into the bomb site, when he needs to start getting active in connector. There is a Molotov for the bomb after the fact. There's no smoke, but there is a kit on Cello.
Torsi now coming into play, and there's a shot that Yuri just wasn't ready for. And now Yimpat down and ramp. Torsi's got them both from short, and there's no way FURIA were predicting that position from Torsi this late into the round.
What a shot from Exertion. That is the opener that MOUZ needed. Fallen doesn't even have a chance to react.
Yeah, he gets a taste of what youthful players are capable of.
First bullet headshot. Even K-Serrato gets dropped by Yimfat. And Torji gets to chill all round until it's his time to close things out. Double kill from the off at the end of the day. Fallen's got another AWP. He's gonna get a second chance at it. First time around up, didn't produce anything. That saved AK-47, helping out massively to get this weapon out, and a hero attempt to reverse their fortunes with a low buy.
Clearing out connector, Fallen not far off that shot. The MOUZ have found themselves in powerful position. Shuai, oh, the timing. Yuri was tucked around that corner, and as soon as he looks away, Shuai goes down. 5v4, Furia desperately needed an opener. They've got it, and now a minute left for MOUZ to work with.
MOUZ is going to
sides on the B-bomb side.
Yeah, realign over these B halls for the moment. Skulls and K-Serrato just pushed and cleared a ramp. They've got information at the moment, not all that deep, so they don't feel comfortable cheating over and rotating. Cello's alone with his P250, and he's going to need help quick. Fallen and Market with the up. Yuri at Catwalk with the AK-47.
Another shot chimed in by Fallen. 30 seconds, MOUZ bailing out a B. They're going down into the underpass.
They might just want to save this.
Yeah, it looks like they've called it off. They don't see the way in.
You'd really have to hustle and put utility down on Cat to make it up connector. You never know what you're going to find over there. So MOUZ just say, well done, you win this one. First round for Furia comes with a low buy, a hero up. And at least the Mirage CT side has gotten started early.
Perhaps the beginning of building morale. Sid asking for a timeout. Don't know if Fallen has agreed to it. Maybe doesn't feel like they need it right now. And obviously, being in Sid's position, you've got to respect that. Just let him get rolling.
Well, he's Presente. Is the Professor Presente is the question today. Not on the first map. 2 kills for Fallen here in the early going of Mirage.
Okay, Serrato and Skulls moving in towards ramp. They elected not to go for a timeout at the start of this round. Furia just want to get this ball rolling. Fallen peeking into the underpass. No peek coming his way. Utility, in fact, distracting him. He knows there's a timer on this of how long he can stick around, and he gets an important kill and exertion and gets back to safety through connector.
Oh, look at Roland and Yimfat as well. They're saying, you know what? We just lost a player in middle. Maybe we can start timing this. We can probe it. They're holding the angle, though. I think he spotted one.
He did. And now that's why he doesn't extend into the open. He holds this tighter angle, and MOUZ realized that possibility of being spotted by the sniper, so they don't want to continue their walk into the B-bomb site.
Yeah, they've called it off as well, and it's a good call. Cello is still over in ladder room. He can be at the B-bomb site very quick. Yuri has slid over towards bench. Fallen is here with the op. B-bomb site's going to be very tough to break into, so MOUZ readjusting, but it's going to take a lot of time for them to move all the way across the map. Plenty of time for Furia to figure out what's coming, but they still seem very concerned about the B portion of the map. Skulls shifting in CT spawn, coming back now. Thankfully, it's a good timing. It'll be him and K-Serrato on this initial thrust.
How much can an MP9 really do this far back in CT spawn? Now that you've lost Cello as well, numbers even, 25 seconds.
They won't expect
Molotov goes in towards Ticket, but the distraction has set up K-Serrato, but he had to sink the kill. And he did not collect it. That sinking feeling now for Furia as they fall down to just 3 players. Shuai leaping through the window, Fallen retreating back to spawn. Skulls is gone, and so are Furia's chances at a round win here. Fallen will go down, the AWP gone, and Yuri stuck with nowhere to go. He's got to battle through Poland. He'll do that, but a second player he will not get past. It's Shuai to get another round here for MOUZ.
A nice simple readjustment. I think Furia kept 3 players in that B bomb site a little bit too long, and they were then at that point they were kind of like Skulls started to shift over, and they realized they had no clue what's happening on the map. So the guy they send out to get information, Cello, pushes middle where Shuai's been for a minute, waiting for that exact play. Perfectly managed round from MOUZ to hold themselves off of overcommitting into the B bomb site and finding the perfect hit elsewhere.
Well, they didn't call the timeout in the last round. They have now gone for this timeout, FURIA. It's their first use in this half. Now, they burned through them quite quickly over on Nuke for obvious reasons. It was a terrible start to the game. I think we're getting to that point again here for FURIA, where they might find themselves in a hole so deep, they might not be able to climb out of it. We're going to see a double up setup present on the server. Fallen and Cello wielding those. Fallen with a more advanced peek into Palace, scattering info with every second that he sticks around. No one's there. No one's home. Cello's over at B, peering into the apartments on polar opposite ends of the map, but MOUZ have occupied middle.
Good utility to give them access over to Catwalk. When FURIA figure out what's happening, they're not going to have a whole lot of time to react. If Yuri goes down, oh, good off angle. He's got the first kill. Second player swings. That's 2 kills. Off can't trade it off finally. But now MOUZ don't want to commit. It was too costly.
And it left. Another kill coming in, this time for Skulls in the connector. Exertion trying to be that playmaker to get MOUZ back into the round, and his play is canceled out, and so they stall out. It's 2 players left for MOUZ with nowhere really to go.
It's all about this Cello and Yimpad engagement once the smoke clears. K-Serrato found in market. Is he going to expect Cello to be up on top? Now he will.
Cello's under a lot of pressure here because Toji's moving through short. And that grenade lands right on his head. He's down to 6 HP. Can Cello deliver with the up behind the van? Oh, Yimpad, he comes over the top. Cello couldn't stop him, and MOUZ back into it again. Fallen on the rotate over. Is this op going to be able to make the difference in the round? Fallen chimes in. Torji jumps into the open, and look who it is. He's become the nightmare of so many teams. The player you can never count out of a clutch. This young Finn plays well above his years, and he's got a headshot on Fallen. Just Skulls from the apartments, and Yimpad did not read that position.
Skulls so quiet, the whole flank. That's a nice job in the 2v1. Fallen goes down, but no chance, as you mentioned, for Yimpad to do anything after the fact. But the fact they even got into that B bomb site that clean. Cello just knew he was pinned down from Catwalk, just tries to hunker down at the van. Good nade. Jimmy cleans him up. And FURIA just barely hold on.
And you can see that they barely held on because their money is, again, a little questionable here and there. They're going to have 3 rifles. Cello has to go to an MP9. Because that expensive double-up setup came out, they can't obviously go for that again.
At least Fallen's got his. But MOUZ going to do other things. No more default this round. No more spreading around the map and challenging things. They've thrown utility in middle just to show it's the very same round, but they're lining up for an A execute.
A volley of utility being primed and ready to go into this A site.
4 defenders here. FURIA, this is the defense you'd want.
This is the best case scenario for FURIA. Brolin comes out of Palace. Skulls is lost. No one's looking at it. What? How has Brolin got away with this? FURIA collapse. No ferocious hold. Brolin just delivers 3 kills for MOUZ, and the final blow for FURIA in this round. It is just Fallen. You have 4 players on the right side of the map, and it is not enough.
You can just see how disconnected they are, how nervous they are about that hit warning, and everyone wanted to be the player, the guy to make a play. Skulls cut out, swing it out into the open through a smoke inside the bomb site, trying to be in a position where he can be involved and help his teammates, and just caught for free. Brolin never even truly has to do any kind of wide swing. He just gets to chill by the entrance, right on the edge of the smoke, and an easy triple kill. That's so deflating.
Yeah, you know you've got 4 players in that bomb site. You were ready for the direct A hit, and it was just so disjointed, so nervous from FURIA.
Well, Fallen at least managed to save the AWP. Got a kill on the way out as well. Low impact frag.
There's nothing else around it though, is there?
can invest into a light pistol. You have a decent losing bonus built up, 3 rounds, so they'll be getting a good amount of cash in the next round, 2,900. So you can go for armor and pistol on a couple of players. Quesorado could have done it. But I think at this point, if you're FURIA at the same time, you're just like, you know what? Let's not go for the pistols for the most part. Let's save as much money as we can, because we need to win all the gun rounds when this is over with.
Oh, chance for Fallen. He'll take that chance. Xerxin gone. Fallen realizes he can't just fall back. There's got to be more from this op. He's got to make it sing the song of death for MOUZ. And he'll wait in and around the cloud cover in middle, but those will start to fade away. Will it be blue skies for Fallen Sniper?
This is the bomb as well, and only 2 MOUZ players.
Oh, God.
My God, Torji. That's a massive shot. Shuei, he's going to clear up to the left. He's spot. No, he does not. No, he does not. Torji, you're alone, and you got him on catwalk. You got him in window. It's just Yimpat and Brolin.
And they can still pull this back. They can still reel this in if you're MOUZ. So FURIA have to stay composed and take this opportunity, but Yimpat through that smoke. Yuri gone. You can't let this one go if you're FURIA, but suddenly, once again, it's just pistols. There's no recovered weapons until Cello gets his hands on an AK-47, and it must be the weapon to win this round. Cello warms up, but he's got peaked. Brolin clears him off the stairs, and that was a round that opened up for FURIA. An opportunity presented to them that they just can't capitalize on.
Yeah, 4-on-2, I think, at one stage in that round provided out middle as well. MOUZ able to handle the situation without a whole lot of difficulty. So another buy for FURIA, but they're still scrambling in this series to get anything going.
Yeah, I mean, so quickly can a dream scenario turn into a nightmare with a performance like this. FURIA did not make it past the semifinals of the Major in 2022. They didn't make it past the quarterfinals last year in Rio. They've made it to the playoffs every time, but yet to really break through.
What's crazy about this right now from FURIA is, like, the group stage, there were so many good individuals, and you're not even getting individual sequences out of FURIA. Where's the Quesorado that put up an insane stat line, was such a beast in the group stage? Where's Yuri, who was his right-hand man through the group stage? Where's Skulls, who provided impact during the group stage?
At least Yuri getting one. Fallen there alongside of it. Some hope in this round again for FURIA. Oh, it's not clean from Cello. It's a little bit of damage done. Nice shot from Quesorado. Rips the impact off the top of the van, and this should be a FURIA round. But Xerxin, he's often the player that can get himself into these positions behind enemy lines and be the first threat pull to unravel this round, as Xerxin is now alone. His teammates are gone. His resources of support no longer here. So it's all on him alone.
It's a lovely round from Quesorado. He's got a double at the moment. Xerxin's not done yet. Takes down Fallen. That was the op. Skulls is going to say, I don't want to give you a fight either. Look how much space Xerxin is being given by FURIA. Everyone so far back, just saying, at the very least, we're not going to lose this round. You can have the bomb plant, but we'll play this 3-on-1 after the fact, and he's got a lot of time. He's almost confused, probably.
Yeah, they're letting him have a go at this. Can he separate them somehow into 1v1 fights? Can he somehow get favorable fights for himself? Currently in this position, surely not! And he nearly flicked back to the apartments with a nice head. Don't let it go. But a nice try from Xerxin.
Really hard. The only way to win that would have been to have gotten hyper-aggressive somewhere and found some semblance of safety. But you have no information all through the 1v3. Nicely done from FURIA. This time, MOUZ, even though they get out, they aren't able to progress really past the van whatsoever. Fallen and Cello delivering the initial kills.
All FURIA are hoping for is that they get a half out of this, they can actually start to build in this game. It's clear they're nervous at the moment, and the performance of the first map, like we've seen, is not going to help that. But if they have some sort of runway out of this first half, perhaps FURIA can build something. 2 rounds left in this half. They search for 5. If they win this round, it is likely that they get that 5th round as well. Fallen's had some great moments of his ult. Some really crucial kills. Even in rounds that they've lost, he's provided opportunities.
Remember, the first round they won was him with the hero ult, but now he's pinned down. Not for long. Quesorado bails him out.
Ooh, long-winded spray from for Brolin, but eventually gets his reward on Fallen. The sniper down. Kesserato's going to pick it up. Torsi looks back at short, and surely not again. FURIA keep getting into these numbers advantages and letting it go, and it just keeps happening from Palace. Brolin again. Another kill. It's just Cello. And this round could have made something of this half, but it is taken away by MOUZ. FURIA let it slip again, despite a good start to the round.
I think Shikron's just shaking his head like, he probably feels similarly where he's like, we don't really deserve to be in this round, but the boys are finding all the solutions. But look, Brolin has been a monster on this T side. He's done such good work from Palace. He had that triple kill earlier, but his ability to lurk out of these smokes time and time again, find good impact. This is him peaking on the knowledge that Fallen had just taken a shot. There's going to be in transition in terms of his positioning, an awkward moment for Fallen. But they're not allowing FURIA to build out any kind of breathing room. Another half in which they get buried.
And they're running out of chances. They're running out of time. Skulls with an opening kill, traded back onto Keserato in middle by Shuei. You can see the pain in Yuri's eyes when we cut to his cam, as they know that this opportunity is slipping away from them very quickly indeed.
It's not even slipping away. It's not in their hand anymore.
It was never in their hands.
They gotta find a way to pick it back up.
Push into Palace from Yuri. He's taking some space all the way there, but MOUZ once again, they've got mid-control to play with.
Smokes deployed, top con and window access to Catwalk is opened up for MOUZ in the mid-round. How aggressive does Exertion want to be on this play? The answer is very. As he tries to slide through the smoke, and that'll pick up the pace at the B bomb site. Shuei and Torji coming up Catwalk.
Well, rotation coming in for Skulls, but he's gone. That rotate is dead immediately, so it's all on to this MP9. This little Cello play.
And they know Cello's still alive.
He's inside that smoke. The impact is going to find him. Homing missile straight to the head. It is collapse for FURIA again. It is going to be a half that MOUZ will leave comfortably with a 9-3 scoreline. Yuri will attempt this, but with a measly MP9 and less than half of his health, he's going to fall to Torsi. MOUZ in full control of this semi-final. The fairy tale for FURIA is about to end, and MOUZ look to do it in the second half.
Any dream FURIA had of a spot in the grand finals has been shattered. It has been broken and destroyed by MOUZ over the span of these last 3 halves of Counter-Strike. It's been a team affair for MOUZ. Everyone showing up, strategically looking sharp, and FURIA have had absolutely no answer all the way through.
And that's what MOUZ have been saying. They've been focused around the team effort, and the team is delivering. And this squad look like they are destined to play against Na'Vi. It would be a miraculous turnaround if FURIA are able to get back into this series. Well, let's see what they can do. Torsi starts off the affairs with a kill on Skulls in Palace. FURIA flooding through the connector, attempting to overrun this A site. Brolin and Torsi just unstoppable. Still yet to be removed. The bomb site is Torsi, a play underneath the wood. Finally dealt with by Yuri and Kestorado. But Brolin dealt with. Finally, Yuri stepping up. Could this be the moment that Yuri finally breaks through? A 4K teed up. As that USP slips away to the jungle.
You don't beat Yimfat in the clutch. You don't beat this kid in the clutch. He's already reading exactly what you're doing. Moving over to the B bomb site slowly and quietly in case Yuri is just lurking. There's a minute on the clock, but Yimfat is so convinced.
Yeah, with the way that Yuri is taken as well, oh, he could actually just win it by the rotation, but you're right. You don't beat Jimmy in the clutch. A headshot at range, instantly landed, and the pistol falls away from FURIA.
It's got to be so frustrating if you're FURIA right now. 7-round lead for MOUZ. They are just walking over FURIA to claim their spot in the grand finals. That's against Na'Vi in a best-of-5 tomorrow.
Vai ser um milagre, mano.
Tem que ser um milagrezinho
Vai
agora.
ter que ser um milagre.
Mano, não dá pra rolar, velho.
All right, well, we've been told that they need a miracle to win is the communications going on in the FURIA camp right now, and I can't say that they're wrong.
No, they've got it spot on.
That might be the thing they're most right about today.
Yeah, absolutely. It does feel like that is the only way that FURIA will find their way in. Perhaps in the shadows of the Redeemer, they can find their way back into this, but it's just so far away from becoming a reality. AK's bought, and at least the players broken through double figures. Yuri and Fallen, they've gone beyond that number. It's just been too flat from FURIA. Sometimes the pressures of the big moment can get to you, and you see the return to the form that you mentioned that we had seen most of this year, most of this season.
Tell you what, it's been crazy seeing MOUZ dominate FURIA like this, and it'd be easy to make some jokes about it, but all that's going through my mind right now is the kind of bad time the FURIA players will have tonight. This is going to be such a disappointing feeling and experience that they reflect on after this loss. And there's no way.
Right, how many chances, if you're falling at this point in your career, are you going to have to come back out to this crowd? You know what? The best Brazilian squad, you know?
I'm not even thinking about Fallen. Fallen's doing fine. But guys like Skulls, guys like Cello, Yuri and Kestorado as well that haven't had the kind of career that Fallen has had, this is going to be such a bad taste in their mouth. When it's one thing to lose on a stage like this in front of your home crowd. It's another thing entirely to just get destroyed and to have no chance in the match.
Well, good shot from Cello, but a lot more needed. And Torsi's coming in short side. It's Kestorado to go down and start a connector, leaving just Cello in this 1v3. There's 35 seconds left. The bomb now in his possession once again. He has the right read, to check for exertion in that corner. He'll deal with that first threat. Flash going up. Shue already too tight on the angle. Cello was hoping he was a little further away. Can't get that clutch going. It is map and series point.
He has stopped blowing your mind. He has stopped doing it. I'm sorry I made a joke.
Yes, you're right. I think, you know, it's a coping mechanism, Jason, at this point, yeah. I mean, we all got to cope somehow with what
Said
we're
I wasn't going to do it.
But you did it. You lied. No miracles in sight. Just MOUZ. MOUZ barreling through. The team shaking off the shackles and the accusations of choking on the stage, being unable to play in front of the masses. They look up from their monitor now and they see a sea of Brazilian fans wishing for their defeat.
It ain't happening it ain't happening today. But I think for this MOUZ, you'd hope that this run they've been on, especially backed by this stylistic and playbook change that they've talked about coming into this event. You've now beat Vitality, one of the best teams in the world, on the stage in the quarterfinal. You've now beat FURIA in the semifinals with ease in their house.
Yes.
But you'd hope this is going to be that moment, that impetus that just says, you know what, we've got it now. We don't worry about stages any longer.
And they finally beat FaZe as well. They got that team that they could never defeat off of their backs. FURIA with the last-ditch effort, the last hurrah here in Rio. They charge into the A-bomb site, and they are met by Brolin, who has the first. That young Swede returning to this MOUZ squad, returning to the top of Counter-Strike. Toysi's alongside him.
Okay.
This is a little bit of fight back from Yuri and Kesserado, but it's stopped in a blink of an eye. Kesserado left alone. The last stand, and he is down. This MOUZ squad, it feels different. They say believing is seeing, and I'm believing in what I'm seeing. FURIA's fairy tale belongs to MOUZ. They will meet Na'Vi in the grand finals here in Rio de Janeiro. And for FURIA, they will awake tomorrow, and this nightmare will be a reality.
Yeah, but for MOUZ, you got to give all the credit in the world. The things that they did